Hi guys, this is one of my recent feeds just to kind of explain myself to everyone and explain what's going on. I work for a major construction company for maybe about 2 years, uh, two different locations, but at the last location I got injured um, just a few days before I was about to leave. And I tried to explain the incident to my superiors, mainly my superintendent. And my superintendent basically uh, t- uh, took the accident report. First, let me say I explained it to one superintendent, which is actually a cool guy, and I explained it to the second one. And went into the trailer, did an evaluation. Um, he called some medical people that were related to the company. Then I was taken to Asheville, North Carolina, to a doctor. And then at the point when I went to the doctor, I was evaluated that I had a right, according to them, right inguinal hernia. All right, but long story short, that's no big problem. Um, what had happened is after we went from that particular point, superintendent dropped me back off at the job. Supposedly, I was supposed to be on light duty, and until we figure out and work out the situation. So, long story short, it happened on the 26th of June, 2022. We're now in the 2024. Okay, I recently had the surgery. Um, Painful as hell. I'm not gonna lie to you. At 64 years old, it's not nothing you want to be dealing with. Okay, had me in tears. I'm just fortunate that at this point, um, I got it handled very well. The company basically, I was at the point when I was about to leave. Let me be real clear. The point I was about to leave, I was telling myself I wasn't going to do construction work anymore. So it happened right at the 26th of June. At the end of June, I was supposed to be leaving and coming back to the DMV, Washington, D.C. area. So at that point, my insurance was cut. Okay. No checks, of course. I tried to apply for workman's comp. So, I think at that point it kind of felt like I was trying to like finagle them and try to get money from them or not. I had the injury. Clearly, the injury occurred while I was at work in that particular job site. Um, Everyone's pretending that I'm trying to falsify some information and I'm trying to get some money from them. It wasn't the case at all. 500 miles away from home, staying in a motel. I didn't want to have surgery in a facility where I wasn't close to my family. So, long story short, ended up coming back to the DMV, Washington, D.C. area. Went to a few doctors. I even named the doctors. Okay, Dr. Williams actually was a doctor that I went to in Lanham area. Okay, went to him first. He checked. Okay, it was said the same thing, same diagnosis that I got when I was in Asheville. Ingrown hernia. Okay, right side. So went from there. Went to diagnostic imaging um, at Good Luck Hospital, or I should say not Good Luck Hospital, Doctor's Hospital on Good Luck Road. Um, Went there. Went to diagnostic imaging. They checked it out. Same diagnosis, ingrown hernia. So, long story short, after I went through all of that, going back and forth, we had two visits there. Uh, After I went through all of that, I was told that, long story short, that it was a pre-existing condition. Didn't happen on the job. So, I called the main office, sent letters, wrote to the governor. I wrote to everybody. Believe me, I got a stack of letters here behind me in my room, everywhere, showing that I wrote to everybody. Try to consult some lawyers, but the actual result is once you injury has occurred, once you leave the site of the injury, or I should say the site of the injury, right, and you leave the state or you leave unless you can get a lawyer to represent you from that particular jurisdiction, it's hard to get anybody. And I called everybody. I called all our local lawyers that are in this area. called Johnny Cochran, Science and Kirk, you name it. I called everybody, okay, trying to get representation. Couldn't get it. So I had to deal with it myself. So what happened is I ended up having to go back to work just to try to get insurance. Uh, I was able to get Medicaid for a short time, but I wasn't able to go through the whole procedure because there's a whole lot of stuff you have to do to actually go through this process. You have to, um, get checked out from doctors. You have to go to cardiologists. You have to check a whole bunch of people before you actually get to the point of surgery. But long story short, I finally got to the point where I had the surgery. I'm recovering from it, so I haven't been able to post any of my posts. So now I'll be back on it once I get healed and everything's back. And I'm going to speak on a whole lot of issues similar to this, similar to my incident. But with God's grace, I'll be back on the scene. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys, and stay tuned to our channel because we got some more stuff we're going to be talking about. And, please bless the families that have recently had the deal with the catastrophe, the bridge falling in Baltimore, which is my profession. I'm a bridge carpenter, commercial carpenter. That's what we call ourselves, but our specification was bridges. So, you know, I'll talk more about those type of incidents and other stuff I'm familiar with as we go along. Thank you so much, and thanks for tuning in our channel.